People of the South, by the way, my name is Matseke Zulu, aka GPmaorange, the ghetto professor. Welcome to the podcast, Matseke Zulu podcast. Let me introduce my brother over here. How's it, my brother?
I'm doing great, my brother. How are you?
By the way, your name is Chris, ne?
Chris Kunene.
Chris Kunene.
Yes.
Where do you come from?
Originally, it's KZN, Fryhead.
Oh, I see.
Yes, but I'm based in Dobsonville, Soweto.
Oh, Dobsonville, Soweto.
Yes.
Oh, you're a spiritual person, ne?
Yes, I am.
Oh, I can see you are barefooted now.
No, I think I.
Yeah.
Not in that.
You are connecting with the Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Or you shembe.
Not exactly. I just like to walk barefoot.
Oh,
but there's nothing that I.
Oh, there's nothing special.
Yeah, about it.
Or there's nothing that you're expressing about it. You just like walking barefooted.
Yeah,
you feel good by doing that.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem, my brother. My brother, you are the person behind Brother Enigma. Ne? Mm-hmm. You are the one who's shooting the podcast there.
Brother Enigma.
Oh, Enigma. It's Brother Enigma.
Yes.
Okay, how did you meet the gentleman?
Oh, okay. First of all, if I have to touch on that, I'll start to say shout out to my crew, which is Ganda and James that I work with.
Okay.
It's been I've been working with James maybe it's more than 5 years.
Okay.
And it's Ganda, we from the same hood.
Okay.
But people call to the podcast, then we will hear what is the testimony or the story. Then I'll say no, come through. Let's sit down. So he did exactly that. And okay, when he called first, he said, "Chris, I've been rejected so many podcasts, and I don't know how you guys work.
Yeah.
But can I come to the podcast because I have a revelation that I want to pass on?" I was like, "No, you can come." When he came on time all the time, Gandane. Yeah, he came. It's always on time. If he says it's gonna be 10, like I don't know how, because we'll be sitting in the studio, then you'll see the car executive passing.
Yeah.
Then that's him.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, but it was just a normal day. We were sitting. Then he came in. When he came in, then he sat down. Then I come because I'm just a humble guy and I really respect all people. Yeah. Then I went to him. Then I shake hands and he started to tell me about the revelation. But as a difficult guy, because you can't make something for him to eat. You can't. There's a lot of things, man, that this guy requires, and there's a lot of questions, like simple things like, "Oh, now we're going to shoot." I'm like, "Yeah." How you hold your camera? I'm like, I never get such kind of a question. I'm like, "Yeah, your lighting. Yeah, when you show me on the camera, you must show here." You know. Yeah. I was like,
he's got rules.
Yeah, and James started to tell me, "Hey, bro, it was the first episode." James told me, he said, "You know what, Chris? Your guy, bruh. Thank you." When we started this episode, it's done. But because me, I look deep to a person. And I was like, okay, this guy is he got this revelation, because it's not for me to judge, man. And I treat everyone equally. With me, I don't have this thing of how you look, your money and everything. I just believe those things works for you, not for me. I don't treat people how they appear or how they dress. I just treat people because I connect with them and I'll sit down. But I don't look how you're wearing. I just look inside you. And I was like, you should come to for a part 2. Then I didn't tell the crew. With this guy is coming back. Is there a 2 trend on part 2, James?
Yeah, part 2 took over.
Okay. So he told me when he come for part 2, we shot, and once we done the show, he just walk out and go. That was it. Like when we said and we out, finishing an interview, take his Bible and he went out. I never see him again until he called me. I'm coming for part 2. Then I was like, okay, you can come again. When he come back again, he told me that I've been rejected, Chris, to so many podcasts, and people, they were taking me for a joke, and people don't know about God news and they don't respect it. By the way, me, I'm not I do go to church, but I won't say I'm a big Christian. But it happens that I'm a person who will respect all people. So that's how we connect.
Yeah.
I think respect, that's what, keeps him coming to the podcast, because like even now it's free. Even now he didn't wanna go. He was talking, but remember when he started, it was like after shooting he'd go out.
Yeah.
He would go, but with the respect, I think.
So how did you start? How did your podcast started? How did you form it?
13 years back.
It's 13 years back.
Yeah.
Oh, the podcast, it's not something new.
Nah, I think like in my hood, I was the first person who go around with a camera and they call me crazy.
Okay.
They were like, even at school, I did radio at school. Then I come back because it was hard for me to get a job. So my grandma bought me a camera. So I used to tell people about YouTube, and in my hood, they were like, what is that? Even Ghana didn't know the YouTube, and they didn't know it would work for Chris Network.
Yeah.
Because they were like, Chris, what are you doing with the camera? Like, no, this thing plays on YouTube, not on TV. Then I was struggling even to explain the YouTube part.
Yeah.
There is a YouTube part,
Yeah.
and there's something called like my podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I used to look in America, check the podcast. So I'll come and say I want to do it here. But I started like long back. I lost everything when I was starting this thing.
Yeah.
Because I was fired so many times at work, different work. I work so many companies, and they would fire me in 4 days. Because first day, I'm telling people how to subscribe on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I'll have my own class and
Okay.
explaining YouTube.
Okay.
Then the bosses won't like that, then I will be fired.
Yes, sir. And you are not hired by YouTube, by the way. That is why they fire you.
You see,
In the presence of the work that you are hired for,
yeah,
you will teach people what is YouTube, how to subscribe,
yes,
all the stuff.
yes.
Okay, so you lost the job.
Like
you lost
so many. I think
all
every
the
job, even my last job was two years back or 1 year back. Even they fired me because of YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what makes you believe strongly in YouTube?
It was not about the belief. It
Yeah.
was about how I feel
Yeah.
how I felt when I was doing that thing. I will feel so good when I'm shooting and I'm telling the story, because I used to shoot even short stories with James.
Okay.
Yeah, we used to shoot like write script,
Yeah.
shoot stories.
For YouTube.
Yeah, for YouTube.
Okay.
But we
okay.
were not making money at that time. It
Yeah.
was just shooting and
for the love of art.
yeah, because I love actually acting and podcasting. It was my thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it's at the school you studied for radio.
Yeah, I did radio as well as theater.
Have you worked in any radio station in the country?
Yes, as a community radio, but
Yeah.
in KZN called Maputane.
Okay.
So I was working there as a presenter for 2 years. Then I was like, let me come this.
And then acting work. Have you acted somewhere on the television?
At the Good Man. The recent one was Good Man on SABC One.
Oh, SABC One.
Yeah.
Okay, the good man.
Yeah, the Good Man.
That was your first act?
No, it was not.
It was not.
There's a couple of it. Even on the river, I've been on the.
Oh, beyond the river.
Yeah.
We were together then. But maybe we never met.
Yeah, we never met because I met Ubabu. Because I was doing a scene no Babu no Tandas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the river.
Yes.
Mina ngithi beyond the river.
Ah, the river.
Oh, the river.
Yes.
Yabo press Lithuania High.
Yes.
Oh, now Cindy that.
Cindy that, yes.
Oh, I mean, I thought you were talking about Beyond the River, the film.
Nah.
Okay,
Yeah.
oh, the river. Oh, then you're an actor by profession. Actually, you're an overall. You are a crew, you are a presenter, radio station, you are actor, like Kaya.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we see now Brother Enigma. Ne?
Yes.
Ngispela kahle Enigma.
Yeah.
Brother Enigma ngathi ushake umhlaba wonke ke manje.
True.
Yeah, he has shaken the whole world. So, Mom Shooter, are you not scared sometimes? Maybe the questions there's almost as on they were responding a corner quoting names of Abul Khanyan, Abu Shembesi, so and so is a devil worshipper, so and so is doing this, like we better straight 99
It's
maybe maybe.
no, but I have a disclaimer and I have a way how
Yeah.
I interview him.
Yeah.
But also, hey, it's hard to advise someone who have a message that comes from God, and because the minute he trying to change that message definitely is not from God. So I can't just, sometimes even if I want to tell him, don't you think like you don't have to say this, but it's like, no, God just showed me as it is. So I will say, no man, come and do your thing. And I'm glad that no one ever tried to call the podcast and say whatever. That's what makes me believe him more.
Yeah.
You know, those are the things that makes me believe him more.
Yeah, Nani, I started watching him, and most of the things make sense. And most of the things, it's like it's things that we are doing as people. More especially, he talks about the gym. There's demons when the gym door opens.
Yeah.
No tights, no Brazilians, no makeup, no what. It seems like everything that he explains is everything that we do as people. So what's your take on that?
Okay, I think he's really raw about this message, but when you sit down and analyze it, you see this is true.
Yeah.
Because for me, I go to the gym, and I know back in the days how many people that I slept with, and they will say I'm married. You see, don't you think there's demon behind that?
Yes.
The way they dress and
in the gym, especially the ladies.
yes,
They are distractive.
yes, we know, like,
Can't concentrate.
we know.
Can't focus.
You see, so we know a lot of people. So we know like a lot of people who are instructors,
Yeah.
and they will sleep with these girls. Even if you're married. If me, I was just a guy who come in gyms, but I will sleep with someone who's married that comes to the gym. You see, there's really something about the place. Even maybe you won't see it physically, because you have to remember that Brother Enigma is talking about spiritual world.
Yeah. The spiritual.
Something, yes, something you won't see. You will think it's a joke, but if you sit down, you will understand that this guy is right. This place is wrong. How can someone is his wife and dress like this and have an instructor that is a young boy and spanking you, bending you over? For me, it's a no.
Yeah. It does make sense, no?
It makes sense. Yeah, sit down and just analyze it. Okay, even they say there's no demon again that comes and
demon is not something like
you can see.
You can see like it's an animal or a certain creature.
True.
It's a spiritual demon.
It's a spiritual demon. There is. You can't. Most of people who are married that goes to the gym I will sit with old people, like the guys, old people, like old guys. They will see, hey, then when you check, the man is married.
Yeah.
So there's so many temptations in that place.
Yeah.
So I get him.
Oh, this is what he spoke about.
Yes.
Those temptations.
Yes.
That's the demon he's explaining.
Yes, because once I sleep with someone's wife,
in the spiritual world,
it's wrong.
It's not accepted.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it's just saying, the place is surrounded by demons. There's a lot of demons around the place. That's what it means, and I agree.
Do you also agree with him when he says he meets Jesus? Spiritually, he travels to heaven and come back and tell us about the heaven stuff. Heaven is like this, heaven is like that, heaven is like this. Because based on the Bible we read or the scripture, we're still waiting for the second coming of Jesus Christ to be taken to heaven. According to my belief, no one is in heaven right now, because the Bible says Jesus went there, Jesus died and went up there, going to prepare a place for the Christians when it's time to come to heaven. What's your take on that?
Might be true.
Might be true, eh?
It's true, because now we're talking about personal experience of him, experiencing God. At some point, I had a vision when I growing up, something that I saw, and in real life I see, I see it. And it was just a minor accident. Then when I was in town, then that accident happened. You see, I think it was just God showing.
Yeah.
So what makes me relate with him is like God can come like in different ways. Where if he says he saw God, I think what it mentioned, not physically he went to heaven. You see, but spiritually, God can do that. I just believe God has power to do that. He can come and show you the secret of heaven. So for you to come back and tell your children, to tell his children what is going on in heaven. My problem is this. If it was a rich man coming saying these things, wearing a nice suit, getting off in a Lamborghini, people will believe it, will treat him different. Just because he's a man from the shack in Springs who don't have money, people will like to scrutinize. It comes back to people when he went to their podcast and they said, no, don't come to my podcast. No, I don't do your message is not it. Then he left them and he come to my podcast and I accept him. And he became big and they called him.
When he comes big.
When he comes
they
big,
waited for him to become big. Now they need him now.
Yeah, is an example that I'm trying to show which people are not spiritually. I don't know how they nyata people.
Yeah.
We judge people. When we see you, if you can be not the GP that Mr. Israel that you are today, it's sad if you can be another person. How the treatment you can get, how fake you like how bad the treatment you can get to people. But right now, everyone will shake your hands and say, "Oh, bruh, now I'm inspired." Everything. But once, if you can lose all that and the fame and everything, you will see the real people, and that will be like real life for you.
Yeah. You're taking me back when I started getting involved in the entertainment industry. When I started my organization, my theater group in prison, they didn't believe. More especially the prison warders. Some of the warders, they didn't believe. They didn't see my vision. But when things started to happen, there was a fight. Some they were claiming we started this thing, blah blah blah, because now there was money coming, there was sponsorship, there was fame, everything comes. Yeah, no, it's true, my brother. People are like that. You need to be somebody, to earn respect. if you have none, it's not easy for people to believe in what you say.
True.
Yeah, even like the Christ himself, the way the Bible explained Jesus Christ, he was not a person of Lamborghinis and the normal person. Some of them, they didn't believe in him. Some of them, they swear to him. They say he's crazy. But he's the Messiah at the end of the day. So yeah, no, that makes sense. So yeah, no, I can see your podcast now is pushing very well because of the man of God that you met.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I can see everyone needs him. Needs to be next to him. They want to know. Okay, why we brought you here is because we felt that there's many people who love to know where does this man come from, how did he came into your podcast, but you did explain that. I think we covered.
No, we're really covered, man, and I'm grateful to be here. I don't go interviews, but I thought just to show respect and everything, I must come in. I think this is my last interview.
Yeah.
No, I don't go. I've been like invited even on TV and everything, but I think we.
We respect your presence, my brother. Honestly speaking, I understand the feel. I know because of the industry itself, the way operates. You know, sometimes it's not easy to get other people, especially now because there's a lot of corruption. People exploit people. People like to use people to make it. So Tina, our intention is not to use you or whatsoever. We have none. We are as Bonella now, like higher. We are self-made. We don't have sponsorships. We don't have money. We are not a big production. We are not SAPC. We are not Showmax. We are not Netflix. We are not multi-choice. We are as we are. Remember, we came to you when you were shooting there. Thank you for allowing us to see the man of God with my eyes. We felt so very special. And then after, there was heavy rain. Then my friend says, those are blessings. Blessings, guys, and say, blessing us against you. You blessing, guys, and you want to share it. Or squat, you Satan, maybe
you guys have made
it. When I was a woman orange magic, not the senses of Tabana, it needs a level as pendulally. But well, nobody knows till we are like the way we are as you see us.
No, man, I love it.
Yeah, we appreciate you, my brother. We know that you've spent your time to come here, your petrol. Dobsonville is very far from to come here to Malboro. I will respect that. If we had something, we were going to give you an envelope, my brother.
You don't have one.
In petrol, but
one day, man.
One day things will happen.
Bro. Things like I was telling my guys, I'm like, I'm not crazy, but I feel like I'm not in a hurry to be on the top and stuff. I just enjoy the bottom, and I'm enjoying it because there is peace and genuine love. So I was like, I just at the bottom, some of us we just comfortable.
Yeah, no, I can feel your spirit. Your spirit it's a good spirit. That is why that gentleman came to you. And you acknowledged him after he was rejected. I'm
getting like calls, people saying, Chris, I did invite this guy and he came and I didn't post the footage. Can you please, it might be you who have to talk to him and explain it. I'm like, nah, but I can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, even the Bible explains that. I'm expecting ngezinye indlela mhlambe sekafikile vele ufikele kuwe yiko nami ngizile ngathi mina ngifuna ukubona ngamehlo. And he's a good brother, we've shaken hands. And then abantu manje bayakhala ke abantu bathi more sifuna le full episode manje uyabona episode shaye ngayo yabona manje sizocabana ke manje.
Did you do that?
I don't know who did it. I found it in the social media.
Or the clip.
The clip. Oh yeah, Charles Short there.
Oh, but I'm saying he's coming to the podcast.
We want him to come, but he's a difficult man to find. Ute, he's not available for 2 weeks. I remember when we speak to him.
Right,
yeah, Ute, no, I'm not available for
but
2 weeks.
Why you are supposed? I was gonna come with him this side and I was gonna work this side.
Next time him later, man, come with him.
I think he'll be comfortable when he comes with him.
Yeah, I think he'll be comfortable when you bring him.
Yeah, no, I'll bring him.
Yeah, come with him, speak with Charles, give us a date. Put in his azanini, sifuna kumhosta la ekhaya azofaka umoya engcwele. Azosho ukuthi la ngibona ngathi kunemfene ehlala la.
Yeah. I think our next episode with him will shoot it here.
Yeah, ne?
Yeah,
that will be great. We'll appreciate my brother.
No, I will do it.
I don't want to lie to you.
I'll make it happen, man.
Yeah, kufana ukuthi uzokusinika igolide in a time on the
I'll make it happen.
Yeah, people are looking forward to ukuthi bafuna mina ngikhulume naye. Angazi why mina ngikhulume naye.
Because hey, Nama would love to see you. No, I would love you. Because there's some clip of you that I see that you're also a spiritual person. So, I will love it.
Yeah, that is why I went to him, because nami ungithintile kahle kahle. Izinto ezinye azikhulumile nami engazibona. So uthi yena he became brave to say it first. That is why nabanye sebayavumbuka abanye nathi sizibonile mara okay nizibonile mara zange nakhuluma. Angithi i-problem masingabantu we can all see what we have to do, and then the question will be who must do it first. Then my philosophy, whoever jump first is the one who will wear the crown. When I was in prison, sibaningi esibonile ukuthi it's time for change. Crime doesn't pay. We need to change our lives. When we go outside, we mustn't come back again in prison. But the question was, who must do it? About that question, who must do it? Do it. Then I did it. Then I said, sebafuna ukuyigova kanti ayisitimela sesigijimile manje. Yabona when God gives ideas, he gives many people the same idea. The one who's going to implement it first is the one who's going to make it. Even like in music, I'm a musician, I'm an artist overall. Some of the songs, they come spiritually. Then by delaying not to record the song, I will hear the same song. Wow. Late. So it's a spiritual world. So into mawuyibonile une vision ufuna ukwenza something, just do it.
True.
Yeah, as long as it's good, awungabulala umuntu ungahita. Asikhulumi ngokuthi phela abanye phela bayathanda ukmisinterpret. The way we speak umuntu uthi hayi vele mina ngicabangile ukuthi ngifuna ukushaya high sticks as awuzela ukuthi do it.
Ikhali ufike ufila.
Ngikhuluma ngezinto straight, a positive lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's what I'm promoting. Crime doesn't pay. That's what we're preaching. Yeah, so whatever that I'm talking about, it's something straight, not something negative.
Yeah, it's something positive.
Yeah, angidlala bo get rich or die trying. Yabona amanye ama-philosophy amisleader abantwana bethu.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50 Cent to take get rich or die trying. It's in your zama.
Once and for
They say you die, I'm trying. No. Mina ngithi kuwe, go try positive activities to make it in life.
I think so.
That's the gospel I'm preaching in this podcast.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah, I stand for the youth. I stand for the victims of crime, drugs, etc. So Tina City, no to drugs, no to crime, no to violence, no to GPV, no to abuse, no to wrong.
No,
just do right.
That's God's work, man.
Thank you, Brother Chris.
I really appreciate it.
You must bring that gentleman over here.
No, it's come. We're gonna do the episode.
Yeah. maybe he will be different when he comes here. Maybe uzodla nokudla angeke afike ngo-10 exactly.
Yeah, because you're one side, this was a manika.
Yeah, but I respect his principles.
Yeah.
Ushilo naye athi yena uhamba ngomoya. Umoya I believe uzomvumela ukuthi aze la.
No.
Yeah, maybe uza actor different maselafikela ngoba uyothola umoya oconnecta nomoya wakhe.
Yes. No. We'll make sure that we come this.
Yeah, siyayicela leyo episode sibe naye. Ithi singaboshi isikhathi, we have another guest to have a conversation with.
No, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, my brother. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
doing what you're doing. Yeah,
Thank you.
number one.